This is a wild build from Maru. It is. And again, he got away with it in the first game. Like, I like the idea of mixing it into a series, but you cannot rely on it. You cannot rely on it because it is so insanely greedy. And here we go, spawning in the top left-hand corner of Winter Madness, we have the red Terran player. We have the red Terran, we have the South Korean Terran representing Team Vitality. It is Maru. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have the Chinese Protoss player, the blue Protoss. It is Cyan. We go. Now, to be fair, I would say that, I mean, we just mentioned it, but 3cc, 3 racks, the build that Maru went for against Solar is, again, rare and not seen and illegal against Zerg, and he got away with it that one time. I would say it's a little more viable here. It's a little more viable against Protoss. That is true. We do see this a little more commonly, especially on larger maps. If you watch Bjorn is very fond of it. And Maru, I should say Maru, Clem, they mix it in every now and then, but you see it the most out of Bjorn on these larger maps, to get a boosted economy, to get a faster third CC up and running, and then to have a stronger mid game. So we could see that out of Maru, but at the same time, it feels like he has a different approach to TvP, to the TvP matchup as opposed to TvZ. So far, eBay block, but Cyan does scout. Cyan will shut this down. So nice scouting out of Cyan. Meanwhile, big shout out to Dark Searcher in the chat. Baby God. Thank you so much for subscribing for 3 months. For 2 months in a row with Twitch Prime. Thank you so much. I hope you find what you're looking for in the dark. Ta-da. Good luck, baby. Good luck. Love the content. Oh, thank you. Do appreciate it. Gracias, baby. Gracias. Oh, hello. As Maru, he doesn't go back home with the SCV. He does hide his worker here on the right-hand side. This would be a prime location for a proxy starport. You have my attention. We have to wait for the factory, of course. We have to wait for the factory to finish up. It's going to be reactor. So this looks like racks into reactor, into factory, into add-on swap, into reactor to Hellion, into Hellion drop. That's what this looks like so far. We'll see. We should be seeing an add-on swap, and we should be seeing that starport. There's that CC on the way. Factory is now done. You see Maru, yep, there it is. Starport is being thrown down, and here comes the Hellion drop. Now, this can end the game, straight up. Like, we have seen this do crippling damage to even top players like Hero and Max Pax and Classic. This can get out of hand real fast and real quick if it goes unscouted. So the goal here is to proxy the starport, to get a medevac, to load up the Hellions, and to drop into the main base. Now, why is this so deadly? How many Hellions does it take to one-shot a probe? 3. And you're gonna have 4. So if you go in, if the probes line up, you one-shot. You one-shot workers, and you can just annihilate a mineral line in a matter of seconds. Cyan does scout. He does confirm the reactored Hellion, so he has an idea. He has an idea of what's happening. He has an idea of what's going on. Did open up Stargates, going for a Phoenix opener. Oracle openers, I feel like, are a little bit better because the Oracle can, of course, chase and hunt down the Hellions. Phoenixes could potentially hunt down the medevac. True. So we'll see. Cyan, he's scouting, he's checking. Now, the common location for proxy starport is here. Yeah, you can see he checks the the fourth base location. This is a little more common for the starport. Maru threw it down all the way further back in the corner of the map, which makes it difficult to scout. And the Phoenix does get eyes on the Hellions. The medevac is kept hidden. Maru feigning aggression. Ooh, taking a lot of damage. Gets lifted. Loads up 3. Gets into the main, but is he going to find any damage here? 3 Hellions is enough to one-shot, but he gets lifted. He gets lifted. 2 Hellions unload. They can 2-shot probes. 7 probes go down. Still a lot of damage. Oh my god. Still a lot of damage here. 9 probe kills. No shield battery. Adepts are racing over. 10 probes go down. 11. So 11 probe kills. Not a bad start here for Maru. He's not done. He's not done, baby. 18 probes go down. This is critical damage. This is critical damage here. This has gone out of hand. This could have been worse. I appreciate that Cyan, he found the Hellions. He picked some of them up. He shut it down as best he could, but this is still too much damage 18 probe kills, and Maru's not done. He's going back in. The wall is open. The wall is not a wall. Hellions, they go back in once again, and he wants more damage, and he's going to get it. He's going to get it here. Gets into the main. Cyan's all in. He's just rallying everything across the map. He's all in, Bappy. Oof. As we have reactored Widowmine to defend. Sure, why not? We have reactored mine into Cloak Banshee. Jesus, Maru's having a lot of fun. He's just having fun at this point. Proxy Cloak Banshee. Mine shots going off. One adept left. Currently, there is no detection. Oof. Mine shots are popping off. Here come the Banshees. Banshees are on the way. Now, thankfully, there is going to be an observer to defend. And with the Phoenixes, with the observer, Cyan should be able to defend against this. He should be okay against the Banshees, but again, economically, he's still behind. Ideally, Cyan would have a third by now. He should have a third base. Banshee gets into the main, and gets 1, gets 2, gets 3. Ooh, 4 probe kills. 4 more workers go down, and it doesn't sound like a lot of damage, but again, Cyan, he is far behind. Maru even making a second starport. I mean, I assume he expects to lose the first. That second Banshee does make it in. Ooh. He gets in. 7 probe kills. Yeah. And at this point, Maru's just building up towards the stim timing. Stim is done in a couple of seconds. He's building up his bio army. It's going to take a while just because he invested so heavily into harassing, and it was worth it. But it means it'll take a while for his main army to build up. Now, are there ways to recover in this game? There are. There are ways to recover when it comes to Phoenix harass, when it comes to Zealot run-bys, warp-ins, counterattacks. If we go Robo into splash damage, we can maybe take a fight and maybe have Maru overextend. It's going to be Colossus first. But the biggest problem here is the economy. We're undersaturated. We're still not even at 2 base saturation. This is under 2 base saturation. And as we mentioned before, Cyan should have a 3rd base saturated by now at this stage of the game. There is no 3rd. Speaking of 3rd base, Maru actually has his own 3rd on the way. Got his own 3rd CC. Maru setting up some traps. God. Setting up traps to catch out the Phoenixes. Dinagano, ga, babiga. Bienvenidos. And it is a very rough road to recover here for Cyan. Let's get another starport. Jesus, is that 3? He's Maru. He's getting up to triple starport production. I don't think he can even afford that. Did he just assume that this first starport died? So he's just getting another? Like it. Okay. So getting up to triple starports, getting into Mass Viking. I mean, again, that will help, I suppose, against the Phoenix Colossus. But there's not that much. There's not that many. Not that many Phoenixes, not that many Colossus. This is basically Maru saying, I refuse to get a reactor. Like you know what? Instead of getting a reactor, I'm just gonna get another starport. Like, okay, sure. Okay. Why not? As Maru does move out. Yeah, Phoenixes, they dominate the skies, they zone away I'm sorry, I should say Vikings dominate the skies, they do zone away the Phoenixes. Losing all 3 Phoenixes go down, and we have still plenty left over. GG gets called, and Maru takes game number 1. GG. Whew. GG, well played again. Maru having a very strong start to the game, opening up with a reacted Hellion drop into the main base, and even just Hellion run bias into the natural. He was able to cripple the economy, get insane damage, and even get further damage with the Cloak Banshee. Remember, it was Hellion harass into Cloak Banshee as well, and Cyan lost everything. Cyan, he lost everything. He went down to, what, 30 probes, if that. Like, he just could not keep up economically, and Maru did outscale. Oh boy, and we'll see if Cyan can recover, bounce back. We'll see if the series ends here and now, as we're going to be loading into Tourmaline, one of the smallest maps in the map pool. Very small map. Aggression is heavily favored here, and we'll see how aggressive our players plan on being. Bearing in mind that the last time that Maru played on this map against Cyan, he did go for a more defensive and macro style. We'll see if that trend continues. As spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Tourmaline, we have the South Korean Terran player. We have the Red Terran representing Team Vitality, leading the series 1-0. It is Maru. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the Blue Protoss player, the Blue Protoss himself, the Chinese Protoss. It is Cyan. Here we go. Also, a little bit off topic, but we were discussing it previously at the end of the solo Maru series, proxy by the way, is I still can't believe that Everdream was 6 years ago. Like, I can't. Like, I swear, Everdream is still fresh in my mind. Near Humanity as well. Like, Smurge, happy Smurge. There we go. Here we go. Oh, sorry, I assumed proxy, but no, it's going to be eBay block. eBay block here out of Maru. He moves out across the map. Just the one SCV to disrupt the economy. Thankfully, Cyan is on the low ground, and Cyan should react. Yep, there we go. Does scout, does react, and does pull the boys. Boys are being pulled. It's going to be 4 probes in total. This is to zone away the SCV and to focus down the eBay, so Cyan can expand. Maru being annoying. Oh, Jesus. Maru, he has to calm down. Pulls away. And from here, the game will continue. Oh, hello. As Maru, he does decide to go for the factory before factory before CC. He did have the option here to go for a faster command center, but we do see Maru's playing it a little bit safer, going for a second gas. So double gas open out of Maru, going for the factory. This can lead into earlier mine drops, earlier cyclone play. It can lead into reacted Reaper Hellion. Show us what you got. Okay, does go for the add-on swap. Okay, so not going for a reactor Reaper, going for the add-on swap instead. Oh, going for the 1-1-1. My apologies, I did not see that, but that is a starport before CC. One base all in. Okay. This is a rarer sight. We see this from players like Gumiho. Gumiho, he does like to mix this in. Olivera, before he retired, like to mix it in. Ryung, he still does mix it in as well. So I'm thinking of Gumiho, Ryung, and I guess Maru as well, I guess. But one base all in. Now, one of the reasons why we can see this specifically on this map, if you remember, I did mention Tourmaline is one of the smallest maps in the map pool. Like, this is a very small map, short rush distance by ground, so the army gets across the map even faster, and we'll see if Cyan can keep up. We'll see if he can keep up. Hellions, they veer off. They avoid the initial units here. Cyan going for the proxy pylon to reinforce. Stalkers are poking in, but we do have a cyclone already on the way. And Hellions, they get into the main. So far, already getting 2 probes. Oof. Yeah, workers are lining up. Getting 3, getting up to 6. 6, 7. Can we get 8? 7 probes going down. Gets up barely, not one more volley. But 7 probes with 2 Hellions, that is well worth for Maru. So Maru, he already takes the lead. And now here comes the Cyclone drop. And behind this, Vikings and tanks. Again, one base all in. The reason why you're seeing Vikings here is because Vikings, they trade very well against ground-based units if they landed. Like, landed Vikings, they trade very well against gateway units. So landed Viking support is insane this early on. Just making whatever we can. Adding as much DPS as possible. Maru's dropping into the main base. There's a recall back home. Cyan recognizing that something is wrong. Going for the medevac. It's going to be a one-way trip. And Maru D does get one of the stalkers. Oh, wait, he gets away? No. He saves the Cyclone. Quick moves out of Maru. He barely gets out with his high-tech units. Saves the medevac, saves the Cyclone. You can see Cyan hunting down that medevac. He's looking. But alas, doesn't quite keep up. It doesn't quite catch the medevac. Does slip by, does slip away. And here comes the all-in. We're going to have 3 tanks. So a 3rd tank is in production. The 2nd Viking is on the way. The boys are being pulled. Oof. Gets a stalker. And Maru is pushing. He does move out. Cyan, he at least is going to get the first shot off. Does go for the Cyclone. Ooh, I'll pick up out of Maru. Saves the Cyclone once again. Maru, calm down, baby, calm down. Takes out one of the stalkers, and Maru's pushing forward. Again, he's got his 3 tanks on the way. Trying to get within range of the production. Tanks do siege. Remember, there's no blink. Yeah, there is no blink. Tanks are pushing further in. And they're getting within range of the gateways. Yeah, down to 4 stalkers. There's just not enough here. There's not enough here. Not enough army. Not enough stalkers. Does take down one of the Vikings at least, but massive tank shots go off. 1 stalker left. GG gets called, and Maru, he will take the series 2-0, advancing on into the playoffs. GG. Whew. GG, well played. Congratulations, Maru. He will claim the series. He will advance on a much more aggressive, a much faster final series here, with Maru going for the 1 base all in game 1 and going for the proxy in game game 1 and going for the 1 base all in game 2. Just hyper aggression out of Maru. And as we look at the standings, as we look at the groups, I mean, coming into this, we did expect to see Maru and Solar making it through, but maybe not in this order. Like, shout out to Solar 2-0ing Maru earlier in the group. Again, Maru just being hyper greedy, and again, game 1 could have gone either way, to be honest. Like, there were so many moments where it could have gone the way of Maru, Solar, Maru again, Solar again. Like, it was a very, very, very clutch game. Game 2 was more one-sided, but that was that was Maru being punished for being hyper greedy. GG, well played. With that, we have our confirmed players for the playoffs. One moment here as I do open up the brackets, and we can all have a look together. We can all catch up. I got you. I'll link it in the chat. Bam. As the command is not linking, just as a heads up. Un momento. One moment here. There we go. Bam, beautiful. Okay, so from the top, if you missed out, we did cast every single group over the past couple of days. When it comes to the Rongyi Cup, we had Group A. Group A was Hero, Trigger, Björn, and Rogue, and both Hero and Trigger were able to make it through in 1st and 2nd place respectively. Trigger was popping off and did make it through. Group B was Clem, Showtime, Zan, and Bunny. We had Clem and Showtime advancing on out of Group B. We had Group C, Creator, Classic, Shin, and Percival. That was Creator and Classic making it through. Then we had Group D, we just wrapped up, which was Solar, Maru, Cyan, and Cristiano. In the end, we did have Solar and Maru making it through into those playoffs. Oh boy. So we did have our group stage concluding here, and now we have the playoffs. Bam! You can see the playoffs here and now. Oh boy, the seeding has been pushed through, and we have Hero versus Showtime in a PvP that is going to be played out in 8 hours. 8 hours time is going to be playoffs day 1. Remember, it's going to be 3 days of playoffs. It's going to be day 1, day 2, and then the grand finals. So 3 days of playoffs here for the Rongyi Cup. Meanwhile, we have Solar versus Classic in the first round as well. We have Clem versus Trigger. That's a little bit sad. Clem and Trigger, they're both good friends. They're both they did live together for quite some time as well. did live together, and they're going to be facing off against each other. And then we have Creator versus Maru. The X-Prime boys also facing off as well. That's also a little bit sad. Who seeded this? We have friends killing each other. Yeah, at least in the lower half, with Clem and Trigger, and with Creator and Maru. Feels bad, man. Feels bad. Yeah. So they're going to be knocking each other out. When it comes to the bracket itself, oh boy, it's really difficult to kind of bet against Hero right now. Like Hero, he has won all the big events over the past couple of months, right? Hero, he won Thunderfire. Like Thunderfire did go in favor of Hero. He also came out on top in RSL, right? So Hero, he won RSL in December, he won Thunderfire in January, and now coming into February, we have this other big event as well. So Hero's on fire at the moment, and I do favor him against Showtime, Solar, and Classic. I do believe that Classic can threaten Hero, 100%. He can threaten him. A PvP can go either way. So if they play, I mean, we could see either one, and I'm leaning more towards either a Hero or Classic player in the grand finals. No disrespect to Solar. Solar's a really good player, but in recent times, we have been seeing Solar struggle that much more against Classic and Hero. Boy. Scrolling down, we have Clem, Trigger, Creator, and Maru. Clem, he has arguably the best TvP in the world. Like Clem, he is the best Terran player in the world, 100%, and he arguably has the best TvP. Personally, I'm a little bit greedy here, as is everyone, I'm sure. I would love to see Clem versus Maru. I would love to see Clem versus Maru. I want to see them face off against each other. Again, infamously, they have not played. Maru is the only Terran player that Clem has not beaten in PvT, and the only reason for that is because they've never played against each other, right? That's the only reason why Maru has not lost to Clem, or Clem hasn't beaten Maru, is because they have yet to play. They just have avoided each other in all these tournaments, so I hope to see them play against each other here. At the same time, Trigger did recently beat Clem in the World TCB Monday Finals in that best of 5, so Trigger has shown that he's in form right now. He has beaten Clem. Likewise, Creator has also been popping off in the weekly tournaments as well. So it's not going to be like an easy road for Clem and Maru. There are opportunities for upsets to occur, and we could see Trigger or Creator cause said upsets, and it would be an upset. But as a fan of StarCraft, I want to see Clem play Protoss against Maru's Terran, right? Like, I want to see that in the semifinals, just because technically they played once on the ladder, right? They played on the ladder, but that's it, right? Like, they haven't played in tournaments. Meanwhile, when it comes to the upper portion, again, I did mention that I'm predicting Hero to make it through. When it comes to Clem versus Maru, I do favor Clem there, but yeah, so we'll see. Like, in my mind, Clem has the best TvP in the world, but we'll see how they compare if they play against each other. Sorry, I said PvT. Sorry, TvP in the world. For PvT, Clem, true. Now that I think about it, Clem versus Maru could go either way, actually. I feel like it could go either way. Clem has shown some weakness in PvT recently. I think he lost to Cure or Beyond. It was Cure or Beyond that beat him last week. So Clem has been looking a little bit shaky in his Protoss versus Terran, but regardless, it'll be a lot of fun, and yeah, it'll be an interesting tournament. Interesting tournament, of course. And again, this is going to be live in 8 hours. We will not be casting, though. We will not be casting in 8 hours time. Unfortunately, this does begin a little bit too late for us, so we're going to be covering this via replays instead. Unfortunately, like, I'm just not available in the evenings like I was previously, not in current weeks. Maybe in March I'll be able to, but in February I'm just not available in the evenings, not at the same time, so I'll not be able to cast it live, and I'll be covering it via replays tomorrow instead. So basically this time, I say this time, the start of this broadcast tomorrow. So actually no, I'm lying to you. Do I have our schedule? Actually, that'll help. Nah, it's not updated. This is last week's weekly schedule, as you can see here. Unfortunately, not quite updated. But tomorrow, we're going to be live with the OSC Elite Rising Star Tournament. So we are scheduled to cover that event. And we have Rongyi Cup tomorrow. That's going to be at 8 p.m. 8 p.m. AEST. That'll be in around, like 28 hours? Like around 28 hours time, we're going to be live with the Rongyi Cup. That'll be tomorrow. The live cast is going to be tonight in 8 hours, but we won't be able to cover that. So again, we'll be covering it via replays tomorrow instead. Just as a heads up. And again, it's going to be a 3-day event. 3-day playoffs. 3-day playoffs. The reason why it's 3 days is because the finals is offline. The finals will be played at an offline venue. So there's going to be a break between day 2 and day 3. It's going to be a break. Maybe it's time that they finally play Maru and Clem. Maybe. If you remember, they were supposed to play at Star Zagora, but then Maru didn't go. If you remember, it was last year. Maru did not go to Star Zagora, so they didn't play against each other. Smurge. But with that, thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. We do appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed the broadcast. I hope you enjoyed the StarCraft, and we're going to be wrapping up here for the time being. Again, we're going to be live in less than 24 hours time with the OSC Elite Rising Star, and we'll also be covering the Rongyi Cup playoffs tomorrow, starting tomorrow in around like 28 hours, time. Just as a heads up. Otherwise, thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Stick around. We're going to be giving another StarCraft streamer a raid. Once again, I do apologize for not casting as much in January. As I mentioned, there's just been some IRL things that have been going on, and I just have not been available. And that's going to continue coming into February as well, at least early February. So do apologize, but hopefully coming into late Feb, into March, we should be able to cast like non-stop again. Should be able to. But we're doing what we can, doing our best. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Who is live at the moment? Who can we raid? Let's see. Este Florencio, papi. Yedmi is live? I haven't seen Yedmi in a while. Yedmi. Who else? We'll find someone to send everyone over to. So give him some chance, give him a chance, give him some love, give him some support. Otherwise, you can support us via Patreon as well. True! Exclamation mark Patreon in the chat. Our Patreon does fund our tournaments on a regular basis, so you can help support us via Patreon if you wish. You'd also follow us and check out our YouTube channel. If you missed out on the other groups, there were some fire groups, by the way. Group A, B, and C. If you missed out on the previous groups of Rongyi Cup, check it all out on YouTube. It's all there. It's all on YouTube, so check out the VODs. Happy. Miss you, but IRL takes priority. For sure. We'll be back to full-time casting coming into like late Feb, early March. But until then, we're doing what we can. Still casting every now and then, like mostly on a daily basis. Still there. But from replays mainly, unfortunately. But with that, so we're going to be wrapping up, and we'll see you guys next time. Ciao, papi, ciao. See you next time. See you tomorrow.